All right, so I think we're gonna get started. I'll just send the link to the Google Collab in the chat. Yeah, after you open the collab, just file, save a copy, and then you can edit it. Oh, for the people that just joined, this is the collab link, and then you just file, save a copy, and drive. Does everyone have a copy of the collab open? Okay, so today we're going to be covering 2D arrays. So we covered a list before, but 2D arrays are just like an extension of that. So as you can see here, here's an example of an array. Uh, so this is a list. It's just number like variables enclosed in brackets. But arrays are multiple like lists enclosed in a single list. So this is another way to format them. And so to like get a grasp on it, you should um think of it like a grid. So for example, um wait, okay, someone else joined. This is if you go in chat, this is the link to the collab. And then once you get here, you go to file and then save, copy, and drive. Um okay, so I'll just go over what I just said again. So arrays are basically a list of lists, so you have multiple lists inside of a single list. As you can see in this is an array. So you should think of the array as a grid. So in here, the first two numbers are here. The second list is over here, and the third list is here. So did someone else join? Oh, okay. Uh, the person who just joined, the collab link is in the chat. So an array. So the first list 1, 2 is in the column 0 and row 0. So to access it, if you want to access like 1, 2, you just go to you just uh print list like 0, 0. And that will give you 1 since 1 is in column 0 and row 0. So if you run that, um where is it? Yeah, it's here. It's 1. So if you want to print out like 2, you would change this to 1 since 2 is in column 2, row 0, and then the same goes for any of the other numbers there. Um did someone else join again? Okay. Uh the cloud link is in chat for the person who just joined. So yeah. And if you just want to access the entire list, like 1 and 2, you don't put anything after the first variable. Like in this case, this will print out 1 1 2, since that's just the row of 0. So 1 2 is row 0, so it'll print out the list of 1 2. And in this case, it'll print out 3 4 since that's row 1, and then this will print out 5 6 since it's row 2. And I covered this before. So this will print out 1 since these are the rows. These are the columns, and the bottom ones are the rows. So this one will print out 2 since it's row 0, column 1. So that will give you 2, and row 2, column 1 will give you 5, no, 6 I meant. And then this one will give you 4 since it's row 1, column 1. So it prints out there. And this is similar to string splicing. So if you remember from string splicing, this gives you the variables from a to b minus 1. So just let me delete these print statements. Okay, so list of 1 to 2. This is just saying basically just print list of 1, which is 3 4, since a is 1, 2 is b, but it goes from a to b minus 1, so it goes from 1 to 2 minus 1, which is just 1. So it'll just print out 3 4. In this case, it goes from 1, row 1, which is 3 4. Yeah, this is row 1, this is row 0, and this is row 2. It'll print out from 1 to the end since there's nothing after the colon, and so it'll go to 3 4 and then 5 6, which is rows 1 and 2. And in this case, it'll go from the start to row 1. So from row 0 to row 1. This is row 0. This is row 1. So it'll print out oh wait, never mind. This will just print out row 0 since it's a to b minus 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So it'll just print out row 0, which is 1 2. You can also change values in the list. It's similar to how you change values in the regular list. You just get the index of it, and then you change the value. So this index is row 0, column 1. So element in row 0, column 1 is 2. So it'll change 2 to 5. So as you can see here, imprinted here, 5 is changed. 2 is changed to a 5 now. This one is changing the entire row. So list, this is calling list 2, list of row 2 of the list. So that's 5 6. This is row 2. So it'll change row 2 to equal to row 1, and row 1 is this, which is 3 4. So when it prints out, the second row is changed to the first row. So here's a practice exercise. Print out this string or integer using the elements in the array. So you have to use manipulation, like as we saw. Oh, I guess I deleted it, but yeah, as you can see here, array 2 2, as it gave you here, will print out 9. So you have to use those to that way to, and then add the numbers together to get 931. So the final result should for just print 931, like this should be your final result. So just do it on your own collab. To run it, you can just press the play button. And then send your answers in chat after you're done. Uh, yeah. Whoever sent the code, that's right. It'll work. Um, yeah, and then yeah, that'll work too. I'll just wait like another minute. Um, which debugging tool are we using? I Google Colab doesn't have a built-in debugging tool. It's just it's a regular IDE, I guess. So there's not just there's no debugging basically, but it'll still like give you errors and stuff. So it's yeah. Uh yeah, that's one way to do it. Your name is blank, so I can't tell, but that will work. Okay, so to get 931, you have to first get those integers from the array. So print as it says here, 9 is in position row 2 column 2. So because this is row 0, this is row 1, this is row 2, and then the first one is in position 0, second one is in position 1, the third thing is in position 2. So 9 is in position row 2 column 2. So want to do array of 2 2. And since like you can't, if you add the integers up, it'll just add them up and not put them next to each other. You have to make this a string, and then do the same for the other one. Array 0 3 is in position row 0 column 2, since this is row 0 and that's column 2. 2, and then array 0 0, since that's the position of 1, row 0 column 0. If you run that, it'll work. Also, someone else sent another version in chat. You can also just multiply. You don't have to use strings. You can multiply 9 by 100, then 3 by 10, and then just add a 1, and I'll give you the same answer too. Here's another practice exercise. Like a minute or two to solve, and send the answer in chat. Yeah, whoever sent the answer in chat, that all works. Okay, so there's like a lot of different ways to do it, but I'll just use the simplest way. So I'll also show you the other way that the person who sent in chat used. So um you want to switch the second row with the third row, but you can't just switch them in one step, since that'll you can't switch both of them at the same time. You can only set one to equal to another. So you can set say like third row, you have to store one of them, so you can use third row array is equal to the array of um call row 2, since that's um third row. And then you could do switch this two. So uh so I want to switch to second row to third row, so just set that uh equal to that. So you set the third row, no, second row, I mean, it's the third row if you like start from 1 up here. So the last row equal to the second last row, the middle row. And then since you want the second row to be the third row, you need to set array 1, that's the middle row, equal to the third row. And yeah. Uh oh, okay. Oh yeah, yeah, that's more simple way. Or you could just do this, and that'll work too. Uh yeah. Uh so here's um another practice. Oh wait, okay. This actually no, this doesn't work, since this isn't an array. It's a I think it's a tuple. So uh you just have to append them one by one if you were to do it this way. Uh yeah. Uh, yeah, continue on this one. Okay. So for this one, it's pretty straightforward. So you want to get 8 and 9. So 8 and 9 are in the third row. So second row I meant. So row 2. And then you can use splicing for this. So um 8 is in the first position, and then 9 is in the second position. So you want to go from 1 to 3, since it's from A to B minus 1. And yeah, it'll print out 8, 9. So these are, let me zoom out. Okay, these are some uh functions you can run with arrays. So they're basically the same as the ones you can, they are the same as the ones you can use with lists. So you can insert. So what insert does, it takes in two parameters. So as it says here, the first one is the index, so basically which row, and then it just inserts a list there at the index. So after you insert 1, 2, 3 at position 1, so this is the original array, and then this is the array after you insert that. And as you can see, at row 1, it inserts that list. Um, insert here. So this one you can insert numbers inside of a list inside the array. So array at array row 0, so that's this row. At position 1, you insert 1. So where is it? It's here. So this is what it gets. Prints out. So this is row 0, and at position 1, this is position 1. It inserted a 1. So yeah. You can also use like regular list functions like pop. That just removes the entire list. Yeah, this is the index of the row, so it removes row 1. So this is what row 1 was, but it got removed since you popped it. You can also pop um elements from a list inside the array. So this popped the number element at the first index in row 0. So this was row 0, and since you popped the first element, which is 1, uh, it's just no longer there. Uh, and then here's a practice exercise. After you're done, send the answer in chat. Okay, yeah, Nene, that's right. Um, so basically, for this, you just want to pop the elements out of the list to get this array. So in the first row, uh, I guess 0th row, you want to remove 3, and 3 is is at index 2. So in this row is this, and you want to pop the second element of the row, which is 3. And then for the middle row, you want to pop the last one too. So that's row 1, you want to pop the second element, which is 6. And then for the third row, or last row, second row, you want to pop 8, and that's at index 1. So since that's 0, 1, 2, and then yeah, that'll give you that. Um, so everyone understands what's going on so far, right? Like type your answer in chat. Okay, good. So these are just other functions you can use. They're just functions from lists, so you can print the length of an array. So length of array, it's 3 since there are I guess 3 lists inside of the array. And then the length of array, the first row of the array. So that's this since this is row 0, row 1, row 2, and that's 2 since there's 2 elements in that list. I can use remove, so um remove removes the no what like the function remove does, it removes uh whatever is in here, so it's not the index like pop, it's the actual value. So what it's saying is in row 0, which is here, you want to remove 1. So here just removes the 1, as you can see. Oh yeah, and here just a remove still removes the first instance, only removes the first instance. So if you like in this array, you have 2 instances of the list 1, 2, and if you try to remove uh that list, it only removes the first instance. So there's still 1, 2 left here. Sort it sorts by the first value. So if you sort this, it'll sort in alphabetical order. Uh, so yeah, it doesn't matter what's inside the list as long as the first value is the same of like all of these are the same type. So like as you can see here, if you try to sort this, it'll work since the first term is all integers. Um, so that's it sorts it there. But if you try to sort an array where the first term, like this is an integer, that's a string, that's an integer, it'll get an error since uh yeah, it's not supported between instances of string and integer, so you can't sort that. Okay, so yeah, so it's just you want to insert a list inside of row third row. So this isn't in this isn't the fourth row, it's inside the third row. So be careful of that. Yeah, send the answer in chat when you're done. whoever sent the chat message, you're trying to add the list 1 2 inside of that inside of this. um Wait, what that? Okay, yeah, that'll work too. But okay, so I'm just gonna explain the answer now. You can use that way, or you can also do insert. So insert 2, in row 2, you can insert um this is at position 3, so at 3 insert 1 2. And you can also do that. So let me get that. Okay, array 2 dot append. You could do that, or you can do that. So there's 2 different ways of doing it. So another practice one. After you're done, send the answer in chat. Yeah, whoever said that, that'll work. Okay, so for this one, there's again multiple ways to do it. So you can use pop to do it. So you want to delete the last 2 numbers on the 3rd row. So uh that's in row 2 in here, since that row 0, row 1, row 2. So dot pop, and just remove 9 first. So 9 is in index 2, so you want to just pop 2. And then when you remove 8, you can also do dot remove. So if you want to remove 8, just remove 8, and then that'll work. You can also use slicing. So yes, so you can use array row 2 equal to array from 7 to -2, which is uh at 8, but since it's b minus 1, it doesn't include the 8, it just goes, it's only 7. So oh, oops, I forgot to Oh yeah, there. So here's another uh practice problem. So you want to generate um this array from starting with this. So yeah, send an answer in chat after you're done. And then yeah, array dot remove 8. This is not working for me. Oh, so you can't just use array dot remove. You have to um in here you have to add the second row, since you have to specify that 8 is in the second row. Otherwise, it'll just not work, since um the these are lists, and um it just will remove 8 if you only include array. So you have to include the row uh before the remove. Whoever sent that, I'm pretty sure it has to be to index 4, since um and you also have to sort the list. So okay, let's copy paste what you did. This will uh oops, array for a and array. Should I type in? Oh wait, that's okay. I don't know. Right, sorry, array sorted. Oh, okay, yeah. That's a little too like complex for what we did. So I'll just show like the easier way. So first of all, you want to sort the array. So um since this is in order from going least to highest, so sort it first, and then um actually I think it'd be better to just remove the integers first. So in the first row, you want to remove 7, and then you also want to remove 8, since yeah, there's no 8 or 9 in there, 7 or 8 in there. And then in the last row, so that's row 2, since row 0, 1, 2, uh you want to remove uh what's it called, 9 and 10. So and then you can sort it. Oh wait, yeah, wait, Okay, so yeah, you didn't have to remove the 9. So yeah, here just remove the things you don't want, and then you can sort it. So you can use conditionals with arrays. So in here, this is the array. Um, if 2 in brackets is an array, print true. So yeah, this will return true. You have to put brackets over around it, otherwise it won't give anything, since like in here this one gives false. Uh, and you could also check if something is in the list. So if it's 2 in array, row 0, which is this, it is so true. Everyone understands that, right? Okay. Um, so let me zoom out. Write a function that takes in a 2D array and returns true if 5 in the second row of the array, otherwise return false. So yeah, just define just something and then take in the array, and then uh yeah. I'll give you like 2-3 minutes to do this and send the answer in chat. Okay, whoever sent that, yeah, that sure, but okay, I'll just explain it like the easier way, since we haven't learned all that stuff yet on previous lessons. Okay, I'll just explain it. So you want to define the function first. So uh, just you can call it check for fives. You want to take in, you can just I'll just name it the variable x. So that's the array. Um, you want to check if 5 is the second row of the array. So you want to check if 5 in no x. So the second row is 1, since the first row is 0 and then it's 1. You want to return true, then uh just return false. You don't need a else statement here, since if it's true, it will just break the function will stop running. But if it doesn't, then just return false. And then check for fives. let's make an array. Array equals just 1, then like 1 5, checker 5s. Yeah, that'll return true since there's a 5 in there, and if you like change that to a 6, it's false. Okay. Um, write a function that removes any zeros in the first row of the array. And also print the array. So yeah, just do that. I'll give you like 2-3 minutes again. And send answer chat. Whoever said that, remove only removes the first instance of the 0. So um you have to remove if there's like multiple instances of 0, then that won't work. For the person who sent in chat, I'll just explain it using a simpler way. Uh, yeah. So just define just call it like remove zeros. Uh, let's say like a. Okay. So you can use dot remove to remove the zeros, but since dot remove only removes one instance and you just don't know how many instances there are, you can use like a while loop. So while 0 is in the first row, so while 0 in array, so this will run until there are no zeros in the first row of the array. Oh wait, that's not array. That's a. Okay. Uh, a dot a 0. I mean 1 dot remove 0. And then after that you want to print a. So I'll just uh array equals, make another array to test this on. So uh wait, that's so, oh yeah, that's supposed to be first row, so that's 0. Um so if you like, if there's 3 zeros, yeah, and that'll remove all the zeros in the array. Okay, so that's it for today. Um we ended a little early, but that's fine. And if like there's some answers you didn't get, I'll share the link with the answers there, so you can like review it if you want. Uh and yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys.